So, when did your love for writing first start?
I think my love for writing started when I was about like 10 years old, especially for creative writing. I remember if like it was when Neopets, that website was like really super popular, and there was like a little role playing section and you could be characters, and I just found that was so cool and I fell in love with it. And then ever since then, I was just always just creating stories after that. And then those stories would just become, bigger stories. And then eventually, I think it was in high school, I was like, okay, like this is something I like thoroughly enjoy. It's something I feel like can make an impact in the world and something I just like really wanted to do.
You have a blog called Vibrant Journey that you've developed during your senior year of college. What are some topics that you write about and post onto the blog?
So I started Vibrant Journey one day when I just really wanted to get some ideas out there. And I thought that maybe a blog would be like a good spot, even if not even a lot of people saw it, if it was just a couple people, or even just to have it for myself. Um, I write about, I kind of started going on this journey where I was like a really negative person for a long time and I didn't like it. So I started changing things about myself and like things that, I did that I didn't feel comfortable with. And then when I started realizing, hey, I could put this into my blog, then the name actually came up like Vibrant Journey. So that's how that started. And then a couple of the posts I've written are just kind of, how to like pick yourself up after you're down, or how to create a space like a really good work environment. Or I also write, creative short stories on there too, which are only, 500 words or so, but they just have a message behind them that I hope people get.
You've got some honors and awards under your belt so far. You want to tell me a little about them?
My first award was, as far as writing goes, was through Insomniac, which is a company that hosts, a bunch of different raves. And one was where you could win 2 tickets for EDC, and I think this is in 15. And it was just a short story that, pertained to a rave. Like people could go and like do drawings and all these other things. But anyway, so I wrote about a girl that went to a rave and it just kind of changed her life. And I guess that really spoke to them because I know like you raves have affected a lot of different people in different ways. And I won first place for that. And then my second was more recent, which was the Betty Creative Writing Awards. And I wrote about homeless people and this girl that goes through, her situation and how it just gets worse and it goes from worse to like even worse than that. And so I think that kind of spoke to them. And then I won that. And it was really, I think my biggest thing is I like talking about things where it like affects people's lives. So I feel like that's kind of why for both of those, I ended up winning.
Are there any specific people in your life that have supported and or inspired your writings?
As far as inspiration, I think I just pull inspiration from the people that are around me. I don't think there's really been any specific person that's, since I've been little that has gone and, told me like, you should write this or you should write that. Or, I've kind of kept it to myself because I didn't know that I wanted to be a writer. But I think the events that happened to me or to the people around me or that I, read about and research, I think that's where I pull the most inspiration from. But if there had to be one person, it would probably be my dad because he just always gives these life lessons somehow that always seem to, be premonitions that come true in people's lives or my life specifically.
So tell me, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Any future goals?
In 10 years, hopefully, I'm already published and, semi successful in writing novels because that's, where I want to focus my career and what I want to do. But other than that, I really just want to be able to, like most people, travel and see, a bunch of different things and meet a bunch of different people that, have these life stories that I think would be really influential. But other than that, I just hope and pray that I'm published by that point. We'll see how it goes, though.